Yeah, because I thought you had told me that they was moving you over into the other company. And
Well,
what happened with that?
well, when we was on the call, the there was the company that was going to take us, because we were contracted, and we were gonna get hired. And this is my thought about it. So it was 11 of us, right? So the guy's talking about the benefits and how we won't have to wait and blah blah blah, and it's more money. So that was a good thing. Well, as we talking, as he getting into the call and talking about benefits, we had an HR lady on there. And I'm listening to these two fools on the phone, Kim. These two women. She's like, "Oh yeah, well I want to ask about my benefit because I had back surgery and I just came back." She's discussing all of this on the phone, Kim, in a meeting with the CEO of the company, and it was another. I think it was it was just him. It was just him or his hiring. I think I don't know if he was the CEO or he was the person in charge of human resources. Kim, why would you discuss all of that on the phone in a meeting? That does not look good at all. So
Right.
start thinking, what kind of people am I getting? She talking about her back and she's got to go back. And who wants to hear all of that? And the man talking about, well, thanks for your honesty. It ain't even about no darn honesty. The dummy shouldn't have said anything. She should have kept quiet. It was 11 of us on the call. And then the other girl she wanted to know about because she has FSA and will she be able to transfer that over? No. They told you that in the beginning. When you pick your benefits, FSA does not transfer over. You either use it or you lose it. Now, if you're doing HSA, that's what I had. Yes, that follows you. Tim?
Yeah.
Call nobody. They didn't call nobody to transfer over to the company. Tim, I had it made in the shit. Nope, they sure didn't. I just shook my head. The director was the lady, she's supposed to call, she's supposed to let me know. And the director's supposed to let me know. And then the lady from HR told me that she said, yeah, she didn't call to tell you that nobody was transferred over. I said, no, she ain't even say anything. So what kind of director are you? I look at all of that stuff. So I just left it and went on and found my unemployment. So I'm looking for work, but I'm also working on something else. So, but yeah, Tim, that's what happened.
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, why would you discuss that you going to a new job and they paying you more money? I didn't get that part. I said, why did I have to be in that pool? We did not discuss none of that. Your medical problems, nothing. That should have not been discussed on no call. That man ain't gonna hire nobody because then he start questioning everybody else. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want some people that are gonna work, not have all these issues. I mean, if you do, okay, but don't discuss that on the phone. Ain't nobody want to hear all that. Okay, boy, there's some stupid people, boy. So when she did that, I said, "Oh, it's over." I already knew. Okay. Yeah, we gonna call everybody. Okay. Sure. I already knew it was over. As soon as she did that. I ain't with them. It was a good company, I had called them. They wanted to know if I did credentialing, but they want you to be certified. I'm not certified in credentialing, but I know credentialing. But the company wants you to be certified, so.
And they wouldn't give you a chance to get certification because most times if you know how to do the job, maybe you should have asked if they would give you 90 days to be certified or something.
No, they want you to come in already certified. I asked her that because she was looking at my resume, but she was going to send me. That company paid me good. I mean, to start, they paid me like $24 an hour. Yeah. They paid me $24 an hour. And Kim, I wasn't even working hard. I was doing write-offs all day, and I enjoyed it. I was doing reports. I was working on reports. And I enjoyed it. I had a great trainer. Yeah. A great trainer. That's what they started me with. I ain't had no complaints. I did what I had to do and move on. I got to do other stuff. So I'm going to have to be, I can still do it, but I still have another job on the side, bringing in some money. But, it is what it is. That's just what it is.
Oh, okay.
Well, I ain't gonna hold you up. I know you're busy.
Yeah, no, I'm just writing and just getting some stuff done and everything. That's all. Working on this nation.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm just doing homework and doing. I went to a meeting. I had to go to Concord yesterday. I had to go to a meeting up there with the organization that I'm in at the college.
Mhm.
And it was good. It went well. I got to network. So my two instructors were there, but I got to meet with this other lady that I hadn't seen. She was my teacher. She was my instructor a couple of years ago. She went to another college, but she gave me her information. I said, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to get in touch with you. Give me some tidbits and information.
Would you be interested at all in possibly learning dispatching?
What do you have to do? What do you have to do?
Well, from what I gather, if you want to work with me to get, I got all the training and everything, but from what I gather is that, okay, so think about the trucking company and how, they had 10 Point that did that found the people the jobs, right? So there's an app that you would go in and you would find the jobs for the drivers. So I've gotten the training. So basically you will be the broker for the driver. I mean, you will be like the admin for the driver. You will find the jobs on the app, and the drivers that we recruit, we just keep them busy and keep them moving by just going to you go to the app, you find the job, then you go to the broker where the job is going to be, the broker where they're going to pick, who manages the billing and the freight to pick up everything. And once we get the driver, and so then you call the driver or the same way we track the drivers, we know where they at all times. So you'll be thinking ahead, okay, if he going to be in Texas by such and such, you kind of get to know your driver. How is he, how many hours of sleep you going to need. And then you already be just looking for jobs jobs for the driver on the app. And it seems to me that that was the part that I should have really captured, which would have been the sweet spot, because then I wouldn't have been paying a 10 point. I could have been brokering and finding my own jobs out there. And now, as I'm thinking about it, I went through the training some weeks ago, but I just got so much. I'm just throwing this out here because maybe you can look at a YouTube video and then we could talk about it. But then it would be like you just be working, same thing, laptop lifestyle or the app on your phone, just looking for the jobs, and you just brokering the job, making sure that the driver gets the information that they need, and you can't, and while they on the road, you already thinking ahead. And I'm thinking, if we get 4 or 5 drivers like that, even new drivers, where we could do that, that's gonna be like mailbox money. It's a lot of money to be made in that industry. And trucking as we know it right now is booming, because they have to get the stuff out. The other flip side about it, which I don't know because of the gas prices have gone up, how things I know for the drivers that do 18 wheelers and reefers, and there's a little bit of language as far as the type of trucks and if they refrigerated trucks or not. But I would be interested to even maybe join in a couple of trucking groups. This is an idea. You don't have to do it, and see what people are talking about, because you can I got all the training manual and everything, and I went through it and I kind of understand it, but just like everything else, I can't sink my teeth in it to do all that needs to be done so that I'm managing it well. And I know if you in between jobs, this could be even a side hustle, even as you looking. You get what I'm saying? To the point where you doing so many jobs that you might not need a job, but I know you want to still look because you want certain things, but this could be just one of them sweet spots. I still believe that trucking, as you know it, is a huge part of our economy. Nothing moves without the trucks.
Yeah, that's how we get all our products. If it wasn't for them.
So if it's something you want to entertain, like I said, I went through the training and we could talk about it, and possibly just see, set up. I don't see that we have to set up anything special besides maybe putting a couple of flyers together to recruit us some new drivers or whatever. And hell, we can just talk like we a team. And I know enough about the trucking industry, and you was helping me with the invoices and everything that I was doing with Darius them. So you got a good enough knowledge that once we wrap our mind around how to sell this to new drivers, they gave me a list where new drivers, when they get their DOTs and all of that. So there's a way we can market to these people. Plus, I got 3 guys here in my neighborhood that's doing trucking in some way, and they told me they'll sit me down and talk with me about, certain things. So I got some, some, at least from that point, because they say they be on the road trying to drive and find the jobs. And that ain't that, why they driving. You get what I'm saying? Well, we need to be like your app, we put in triggers, we looking for certain things. They need to feel safe. They need to know that their money is going to be delivered to them and all of that. And and you just closing the loop. Once they drop the freight, then you end up sending like something through the email, like your invoice and everything, and then they get paid through their Cash App or whatever. But the money will be coming. The money, you get your fee, and then they'll get their fee. And I'm just saying, it's an idea. I got the binder here, just like everything else that I got here, but maybe this might tickle your fancy, then you know Zoe was in the trucking business. He can give you a little bit of, a little ideas of certain things. But he's not very computer savvy. That's why I believe that he gets into a lot of things, but he's a doer. He gets out and he's a hustler. You give him, but he's not a detail person to really run the way that he needs to. But he gave me that idea one day, and then he put me on the phone with a lady, and she was in the hospital, and she told me to call her back. In the meantime, I started watching videos, and I paid for a course to take a course one weekend, and I got all the contracts. They, same thing like with the DNA testing business, where they gave me everything.
Right.
Like that.
Right.
So that's an option, Bree. I mean, it's up to you. But...
Yeah, I mean, I can take a look at it. Ain't nothing, ain't nothing wrong. But you gotta pay them and stuff. Or you just a broker, and how do you get your fee? You get your fee from.
You broker in the fee. So like so say for an example, and this is just, don't quote me on it. Just say we go to the app and we see that Chris is in North Carolina right now and he needs to go to Virginia, and that's going to pay $500. We'll add I believe it's like 7 to 10% onto that. Then we'll go and we'll negotiate. And I think as we get good, then you can become a better negotiator when you go to the broker and you tell the broker, this is what I want to do this job for. And then you call your driver, are you okay with this? Right? But you already know in your mind, because you know your driver. He ain't going to accept no less or no more than X, Y, and Z. Unless it's a special case where we done dreamed up something where maybe on the way he picking up something else. So you get what I'm saying? Like, but you got an idea that you're not going to bring nothing to your driver because your driver done already told you what he's willing to take.
Mm-hmm.
Then once the driver gets where they're going, that's when you gonna fax in the invoice to the broker who pays.
Right.
You gonna get your money. It's supposed to be getting your money once you broker the deal, and then the rest of it goes to the driver when the driver finishes.
Okay. I just gotta take a look at it,
Right. I mean, that's just in a nutshell. And it's like, so that's an idea. Maybe just look at a couple of YouTube videos. I just think this whole thing from working from home can work if you get in the right niche. And the other part, if you get in the right niche. And I just have not even been answering the phone with the DNA testing business. If you want to do that and go and do that, I'll split the money with you, because I just haven't been picking up the phone. And even if you don't do nothing but mail it out, you just have them, you go to them to do the test. So that's an option. And I got 2 girls in California that want to do the DNA testing business. And all I got to do is kind of train them on what they need to do. And we can run everything through one account.
Right.
But I would have them get a Google address, not a Google address, maybe get a P.O. box if they don't want to use their home address, so that they can get a site. Cause look, we didn't do no advertisement at all, and that phone was jumping all the time. And so they can do the same thing, and then maybe get a Facebook page. And just if they want to blow up their Facebook page, they can do that. I got ideas. I just don't have the time. And I'm working on this legal stuff and building and growing spiritually. I just got a lot on my plate. So those are 2 ideas if you want to.
Yeah,
consider, because I mean, driving, even if you drive to the place to give them the DNA, we charging them a fee. I just told them I don't have the office anymore. We had a small office fire, or they come to me. I said, I'm working from home. If you don't want to do that, then I offer to take them. And Peggy's taken me a couple of times, but I just barely don't even answer the phone, to be honest with you. And it rings. It's just so much on me right now.
I know the feeling. I'm juggling some other stuff, but
So,
I'll let you know. But
yeah, let me know. The trucking business is really, to me, is, but like I said, I don't know how things have drastically changed now with the gas, because it's putting the small businesses out, the small people out of business. They can't even afford to drive because the gas is so high now.
yeah, and it hasn't even went down. It has not gone down.
And we just at the beginning of the summer.
Beginning of the summer.
Well, you voted for Biden, didn't you?
Okay, yeah. I won't be voting again. Yeah, I sure did. Like many other people have.
Well, not me. Well, I don't do that. Cause
You did.
but y'all see what y'all getting. Y'all getting that heat. I mean, the economy is in a tank. Now, don't they got a new monkey disease or some kind of disease? I don't even know, huh?
Monkeypox. And Trump would have been off, and he would have did some stuff right, but then some stuff he wouldn't have did right. So it swing both ways.
Yeah.
It'll swing both ways. So I mean,
That's why y'all need to put me on the job as queen to restore the river of life for all people.
he go in there doing right, and then he go in there and he start doing other stuff. His mind get distracted, and he off on something else. So it's like it's well, it wasn't meant. This world was not meant to be Republican or Democrat. It's not how God instructed it to be. It was never meant for that. They made it that way. That's why we're in the mess we're in now. Never meant to be that way. But, they get greedy. They get greedy. And this is what happens. And everybody else you gotta work with it, or you don't. And get through it. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah. Just you start learning new things, knowing new things, make you look at stuff different. It's like y'all don't know what to do. It's a mess. It's a mess. I gotta find this girl's card. I don't know what the heck I did with the card. I had it last night. I don't understand.
The other thing, Bree, maybe you can become a host on Bigo Live.
Come on, who?
A host.
Oh.
You laughing, you ain't with that. I forgot you like to be in the background.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm a background person. I may be in the background, but I gotta know what's going on.